Hello, my name is Valeria Romero, and I'm a freshman majoring in political science. Currently, I'm enrolled in Intro to Latin American Studies, also known as LAS 2001, with Dr. Resende, and I have a month left to go before the course is over. And I think from my time in this course, what I love and one of my favorite aspects is that I've learned a lot of new information. Most of the course has been new and information I haven't learned before, and I think that's because a lot of the past historical events I've learned about in school have mostly been from the American perspective, unlike the perspective from Latin America. And that's been my favorite aspect, that none of the information has been redundant and everything's new, giving me a new perspectives about even events that I wasn't really aware about before, and conflicts I wasn't aware about, like the labor conflicts, before I enrolled in the class. So that's what I've really enjoyed, and that's been my favorite aspect. And with that being said, I think my favorite module was module number 10, U.S. interventions in Latin America, because I think those have been some of my favorite historical events that I've learned about in school, but having and learning a whole new perspective coming from Latin American perspective, I've really enjoyed that. One of my favorite assignments has been watching the movie based and directed in Latin America, and then writing a post about that, relating it back to what we've learned in the course. And I really enjoyed this because at first I thought it would be hard to find a film and relate it back to what I was learning, but in the end I really just sat back and relaxed and watched Solteras. It was a Netflix original movie, and it was really, really funny, and I really enjoyed watching it and then writing about the post, because it was interesting to see how much I've learned in the course and how I was able to relate back to the movie I watched. So I learned a lot, and I related it back to religion in Latin America and relationships and marriage, and the importance of marriage in Latin America. And moving on from that, I don't necessarily have any aspects of the course that I don't like, and I think everything is organized pretty nicely. But if I were to change anything, I would change the order from which the reading is done, and I would prefer to watch the lectures before reading the chapters out of Berryman, because I think that would provide more of a context to what I'm reading and background information, making it more comprehensible for me personally when reading the textbook. So I think that. And thinking about my progress in the course and reflecting on that, currently I have an A-, which I'm happy about, and I think the main thing that's pulling me away from an A in the class are my grades on the quizzes. And the quizzes aren't something I necessarily excel in, and I occasionally miss 2 or 3, which is what's bringing down my grades. And I think what I can do to improve is, for the next few quizzes that are left in the semester, is I can take more detailed notes, not only on the textbook, which is I think I do well on, but I think more on the lectures and the supplementary videos I think is really important to take more detailed notes on. And finally, relating back to the case study, currently I'm doing a case study on Bolivia, and I've learned a lot of new things about Bolivia that I didn't really know before. And one of the case studies I did was on the festival of Oruro, and I thought that was really cool and something I didn't even know existed before. And I thought that was really interesting. And also, I think the separate case studies are helping me come up with a more comprehensive and wide variety of information for my final presentation, which I will do at the end of the course.